In the depths of his loneliness, Yakov Pavlovich, a grieving grandfather, found solace in an unlikely bond with a magnificent raven. Little did he know that this connection would lead to a message of love and gratitude that would change his life forever. The Raven's Gift, a grandfather's renewal. In a small one-room apartment on the second floor of an old Khrushchev building lived Yakov Pavlovich, a lonely grandfather. He had recently buried his beloved wife after more than 30 years of shared life. The grief weighed heavily on Yakov, but life had to move forward, and he had to adjust to living alone. As winter approached, Yakov found solace in his tiny balcony, observing the bustling activities in the yard. The balcony had always been a special place for him, even when his wife was alive. It was his haven, his captain's bridge, from where he would watch the neighborhood kids on their way to school and keep track of the daily routines of the residents. The young neighbors on his floor hardly engaged with him, leaving Yakov with minimal human interaction. However, the old man discovered a new source of companionship: the birds. He set up a feeding area on his balcony, attracting sparrows, pigeons, titmice, and even a beautiful red-breasted bullfinch. But there was one bird that caught Yakov's attention the most: a magnificent raven. Perched on a nearby tree, the raven seemed to watch over the entire yard with its intelligent eyes. Feeling a connection with this majestic creature, Yakov set up another feeder specifically for the raven, offering it bread crusts, sugar lumps, and apple cores. As days turned into weeks, Yakov developed a special bond with the raven. At first, the bird was cautious, observing from a distance. However, over time, it grew bolder, visiting Yakov's balcony daily and even accepting food from his hand through the open window. The raven became a regular visitor, announcing its arrival with loud croaks that sometimes startled Yakov. But life took an unexpected turn when Yakov fell ill at the end of February. The illness left him weak and confined indoors, unable to attend to his usual routines. During his illness, Yakov missed the daily visits from the raven, unable to go out to the balcony due to the harsh weather. As Yakov slowly recovered, he eagerly awaited the return of his feathered friend. However, the raven seemed to have vanished. It no longer came to the balcony, and Yakov wondered if it had moved on. Accepting its absence, Yakov's daughter decided to take him to their dacha in the countryside, allowing him to live closer to nature. During their stay at the dacha, something extraordinary happened. One morning, while Yakov was preparing breakfast, he heard a peculiar knocking sound coming from the kitchen. When he investigated, he was astounded to find the raven perched inside, calling out to him as if it wanted him to follow. The miraculous encounter left Yakov speechless. Over the following days, the raven returned with a companion, constructing a nest nearby. Yakov watched with fascination as they built their home, knowing that his assistance wasn't required. Then, one day, the raven appeared on the porch, holding something shiny in its beak. Curious, Yakov went outside and discovered a small silver ring on the steps. He couldn't believe his eyes. It was the same ring he had once bought but was lost long ago. Overwhelmed with emotions, Yakov realized that the ring held a message. Engraved around the rim were the words, "Save, save." It was as if his late wife had sent him a sign from the other world, assuring him of her presence and protection. Tears streamed down Yakov's face as he held the ring in his hands. In that moment, he felt a profound connection to his wife and a renewed sense of hope. The lonely grandfather, who had cried like a child, now wept tears of gratitude for the raven and the message it had brought him. With the support of his daughter, Yakov decided it was time to leave behind the lonely apartment and return to the dacha, where memories of his wife and the wonders of nature awaited him. As he embarked on this new chapter of his life, Yakov carried the ring close to his heart, a constant reminder of love and the bonds that transcend time and space. In the end, Yakov Pavlovich's story teaches us that even in the darkest of times, unexpected companionship and messages of love can bring light and hope to our lives.